Okay, good evening all and welcome to the October meeting of the Prince George's County Cable Television Commission. I'm Tom Cloud, Commission Chair.
Samson Afolabi.
And we are missing a couple of commissioners this evening. One, we understand, has a broken arm, unfortunately, and haven't heard from the other two, but we're going to continue with our agenda nonetheless. And so we'll move right into our action items based on the agenda, the working agenda we have, as we can hear.
There are no action items at this time.
Okay, then we'll move into our monthly reports.
The monthly report for the month of September 2018. For Comcast, we have 8 open calls and we have 8 closed calls. For Verizon, we have 22 open calls and 21 closed calls and 1 outstanding call. The outstanding call for Verizon is the Cinnamon Ridge cabling issues, which we have been following for the past a year or so, and we've been tracking, keeping track of Verizon progress. There's still, according to Mrs. Williams, she has confirmed that the work is still in progress, and we're keeping track of the progress as they continue to work on those issues. Because in this particular Cinnamon Ridge issues, they have to work. Verizon has to work with each individual resident, to address their concerns. So sometimes it's hard to get them to be available, but we're keeping track of the progress. So that concludes my report for now.
Thank you. Questions? Comments?
No.
None? We'll move right to our Community Television of Prince George's County report.
Okay. That report was submitted and it was accepted.
Right, and I have no questions or comments on it. How about you?
No.
Mr. Thompson, okay, thank you. So already we're at public comment on the agenda, and I see we have some
Okay.
people with us, right?
We have Mr. Schreiner.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Schreiner.
Mr. Schreiner?
Shriner, thank you.
Yes.
You can have your seat.
Yeah, you can.
Just sit down?
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't matter.
Oh, this is comfortable. I've been a resident of Prince George's County now, living in my home for 42 years. And I have a slight problem on my property, which I came to the Information Technology office last Wednesday. And fortunately, they put me in touch with Gina, such a sweet lady, took care of us immensely. She took my information, and that night, 7:20 that night, I got a call from Michael from Comcast, Executive Customer Service. Just that quick. Things were going. And then the next morning, I received a call from Verizon Executive Customer Service, also at 10 o'clock. This is all positive. My problem on my property is I have a telephone stub that stands about 3 feet out of the ground, and it contains the old C&P Bell Atlantic twisted pair copper cable, which is no longer in use. Now that we've got technology moved along, they're no longer, to my knowledge, they're no longer using this copper twisted pair for the old telephones. And I put some tie wrap around the can there about 10, 15 years ago, just to see if there's some activity going on. Do they ever go in and service whatever needs to be serviced? And apparently nothing has been going on. So it's my theory that this cable might be abandoned and no longer in use. Comcast came out and took a look at it and said, no, it's not theirs, that it is probably Verizon. And Verizon came out a couple of days, Monday, as a matter of fact, took a look at it and says, yes, that's our cable. And I asked him, is it in use? And the gentleman didn't know at the moment whether it was still in use or not. He was going to go back to the office and check to see if, do they really use that cable plant or not. I've not received anything. I haven't heard anything back from that. And this is not a complaint, please. I want to be positive all along. You guys, Comcast, Verizon, you guys done a marvelous job. I'm real happy with that. And that's why I'm here. I want to say thank you for what you guys are doing.
Thank you for coming to share that with us.
Yes, sir.
And you
Happy to
have,
do it.
Staff is just, we feel the same way about staff. They're just super terrific.
Great. I didn't, I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect the rapid response. I expected, Gina was such a sweet lady, took care of us, sat down, listened to my, not a complaint, but my issue that I had. And when I left the building here, I was kind of relaxed. And by golly, that night, my phone rings.
Great.
And, you know, things are boom. I said, whoa, I didn't expect that for 3 days.
Well, again, we're happy that you're here and appreciate you coming in to share that with us.
Absolutely.
Positive feedback with us. Probably as happy as the representatives from Comcast and Verizon who are sitting behind you.
Oh,
I think
whoa.
positive feedback as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have. I'm a Verizon customer, so yeah.
I'm Comcast.
But
And I'm sure she does.
but if you're Verizon, I hope they take that stuff off the yard.
Well, thank you again. Mr.
Yes, sir.
We
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Other others, Sheila?
I'm sorry. The next person would be Mr. Staples.
Yes,
He's here with us today.
so I guess I should give an update from Lake Point community. And we had some exposed wiring on the side of our buildings. They're both Verizon and Comcast. So Comcast reached out to me. I was able to touch base with the contractor. We walked the grounds. He agreed that it was a nightmare. They sent him to resolve the issue, which was great. But now I'm still waiting for a Verizon contractor because both Verizon and Comcast use this access point. And I wouldn't want just one company doing all the repairs, fixing everything without any type of consultation or approval or go ahead with the other company. That way it can be a bilateral fix. So Verizon did call me. Someone called me and said that someone was going to call me. Someone called me to tell me that somebody was going to call me. And then I guess a few days later, I stepped out the shower, saw I had a mixed call. Someone called, left a message, called back, couldn't get through. They said send the pictures to some guy. They didn't leave an email address. So things are still kind of up in limbo with Verizon. The Comcast contractor agreed to meet with me again on our property with the Verizon contractor so we can look over the plans before we make the much needed improvements.
Great.
So
Well, thank you for keeping us informed. And once again, it's good to hear so that things are happening, that communication is there, the contact is there, and that our residents are being well serviced by virtue of our excellent staff. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Did you have any comments to that question?
not at all. I think they've already given the updates, which is okay.
Okay.
I have no more
No more?
public
No.
person.
Okay. Then the next agenda item is a representative from Comcast. Is there a report from Comcast?
Good evening, I do not have a report tonight.
Okay, thank you. And a representative from Verizon.
And no
No report this evening? Okay, thank you. There are no comments from the chair. Any Other questions, comments from the
Oh, no, no.
commission? None at all?
Fine,
Okay. Then our next agenda item is to confirm our meeting for the month of November, which is November 28th. And is there are no other items, no other business? Then we stand adjourned. Thank you all for coming.